I don't think this is any little secret, but were you a fan of the original series?
Yeah, there's receipts all over the internet to prove that. Die-hard OG original PLL fan right here.
So what was your reaction when you went through the casting process and you got the call, you're going to be a liar?
I bawled. I can still cry thinking about it, to be honest. No, it felt incredibly surreal. I grew up loving this show. I remember this show was the first show that made me think, oh my gosh, when I'm in my 20s, I would love to get to be a part of a show like this. So for it to be a show that we gratefully got to take the foundation that they laid out and throw it into our own universe, it's incredible.
Well, talk to me about that process. Did you have an opportunity to talk to any of the OG cast members? Did they give you any advice?
It was funny. The story's out, but I was in a workout class with my friend Lucy, and she randomly looked at me and she was like, "You should do the new Pretty Liars show that my friend Roberto's doing." And I remember looking at her and be like, "I could never be you. What are you talking about?" And then a couple months later, I got the email about the show and I texted her, and she was so supportive through the whole thing, waiting to hear the hopeful good news. And then when the news came out, I mean, all of the girls were so kind to kind of send their love to me, and to have that from them has meant the world.
They created this wonderful environment of female empowerment back when they had the show. Is this trickling down within your cast as well?
Absolutely, and I think it's trickling down not just with our cast but with our crew. Our show is women-led. We had women first ADs. We had Lisa Soper, who is incredible as our director. We had female directors and female crew members, and just so much female empowerment and love. But also, what was so exciting is that everyone was seen for who they were as people. Our show represented what our life looks like and our world looks like, and so did our crew behind the scenes, and that's a rarity. So we were very lucky to have that.
So for people who are huge fans of the original, like the two of us, what would you say to them to rope them back in and watch the revamped series?
I would say from one OG fan to another, I totally get it, because I was really protective when I heard that they were doing PLL. But I think it's really important to note that in no way are we trying to remake the original. You can't touch perfection, but what you can do is take the foundation that they laid out and throw it into a world that has all of the addicting qualities from the original, except ours is in a universe that is so dark and so gritty and isn't scared to kind of push the boundaries, and I'm really excited that this generation now has a chance to relive PLL.
You can tell that from the trailer alone. Speaking of the promotional activities, I loved the posters that you guys did, the screaming faces. How do you perfect the perfect screaming face?
I just like screaming and things, and so I was really excited, and then I got extra and was like, I want a single tear to drop, so then I cried. If you zoom on the poster, you see the tear. You do. You see the tear, guys. That's a little clue. I just screamed. I just did my horror scream and hoped for the best. You can't look pretty screaming, so you just got to commit to it.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good one.